Alright guys, it's time for another video. This is just going to be a short one though, probably. You may wonder why I've got my pedal board all, on the shot here, settled up and arranged. And that's because for the first time in probably close to 2 years, I finally got a new pedal. And this is going to be an unboxing and initial impressions of the new pedal that I just got. And we'll see what it is when I open it up here. So let's go ahead and get busy working on that. I got this today from Musician's Friend. That's where I ordered it. I actually had a coupon for $25 off anything I purchased, and I thought, well, I looked and searched for, I don't know, a couple days and let it rest, and then went back and searched again. And basically all I was able to find was let's go ahead and start opening this instead of talking so much. Basically, all I was able to find was, I thought, well, strings are okay, but I can get strings anytime, I can get picks anytime, anything like that. What do I really want? And I kept looking for this pedal online, and for the low price that it was, I couldn't pass it up, especially since I got $25 off. So, go ahead and take the wrapping out. Here's the general receipt that you get. Box itself, folks, and here we go. It is the MXR Prime Distortion. It'll be my first MXR pedal I've ever bought, and I know they have all kinds of awesome products. So apparently these are by Dunlop, which I'm not sure if I knew that or not. I know they have a lot of giveaways on MXR pedals a lot. Let's see what we got in the box here. We've got Dunlop Learn to Play Live. This looks like maybe a warranty card. Yes, a warranty card here. And so I'm going to probably mail that in. Here's all the Dunlop products. Very cool. I didn't know Way Huge was a product of theirs either. So this is the warranty. Yes, the warranty card. I'm going to send that in. This is the MXR Prime Distortion manual. Very cool. I'll go over that in a second. And apparently this is the Dunlop Electronics catalog of what this all has, which looks to be very cool. So I'll definitely check that out. That's very interesting. What got me into this is I've been looking at the MXR Distortion 3. Let's see if I can find that real quick. The cool thing about this pedal is not only that it's a cool distortion pedal, but that it's also very cheap. And from the videos I've seen online, this pedal doesn't mess around. They don't have the Prime listed here, don't look like, but it doesn't mess around. It really sounds good. It's got an 80s tone to it. This is the pedal that originally got me interested in the MXR Prime Distortion, and it's because this pedal is more like 75 or 80 bucks, and the Prime Distortion is actually $49.90 something as of today, as of when I bought this. So that's very cool. Let's see what else we got in the box here. Let's see here, nothing there. That's pretty much the box. Now we'll unbox this. And this video was actually going to be a video on the unboxing and my first initial impressions of the pedal. So there's going to be more to this video. It says this unit is shipped without a battery. Remove the bottom and cover and install the 9-volt battery. If their adapter is not used, a 9-volt DC register adapter, blah blah blah, with a negative center can be used. Here it is, folks. MXR Prime Distortion. From one of the videos that I watched on Rob Chapman's website on the Prime Distortion, I think they called it Prime Distortion because it has something to do with the color orange, which is supposedly a prime color. Anyway, that's what the guy from MXR said. It looks like we have some little indicators here, which is very nice that you can look down and see. These are very smooth. We have a vacuum seal. This is my first pedal with an actual vacuum button. There's the AC adapter, place to plug it in. So it's the negative. That's the tip, supposed to be a negative. There's the output. And so apparently it goes from the side, whereas my Ibanez actually plugs in from the top. So let's look at the manual here real quick and see what this is about. Looks like we have the description is in a big 80s arena rock sound, which is, I'm really into Shred and Paul Gilbert and Big Steve Vai. So that's the sound I was going for. Raw, punchy sustain, which is good. Dial up classic ripping tones in seconds. That's very cool. It's powered by a 9-volt battery. Let's see what the back of this looks like. Apparently you remove the bottom plate, which I guess is this whole thing. You remove it to get to the battery, which kind of, you know, doesn't appeal to me at all, that I have to remove the whole back plate. You know, at least with the Ibanez, you can tell that it's got a little 9-volt battery jack there that you can just pop it right open. You know, so that's a good thing about that. So let's go ahead and get this set up in my effects chain. There's some different settings there. Whatever Tejas is, I have no idea. Maybe they meant to put Texas, I don't know. There's the control, Seattle Sludge, Searing Shred. Now that's what I'm going for. A lot of distortion, a lot of output. Tones about dead center. So you have all your specifications here. And in the middle you have the directions on what to do. I'm going to put this before the effects chain that goes to the Digitech RP355. One of those days I'll have to do a video on that pedal. It's an awesome pedal. So let's go ahead and put it in the effects chain here. And I'm going to be using the Godlike Power All power supply, which is what I use to power my pedals. It's just like a one spot, except, I don't know, I think it's just got a lot more attachments and things like that. This is the kit, so it came with the daisy chain, which is down there. This little wrapped up wire here is the daisy chain I'm going to use for the effect. But yeah, this is just an awesome power supply here that you can use. And it's a lifetime warranty if I'm not mistaken. Yes, lifetime warranty right there. So I can always replace it if I have to. So let's put it in the effects chain here. I'm going to put it probably, it's not going to matter how it's going to go in the chain, but I'm probably going to put it over to the, right next to this pedal. So let's unhook this Ibanez here, scoot it over just a bit, run this other patch cable that I have into the input of the MXR, and then run that over to the RP355. So now I have plenty of wide range to get there, and the next thing to do is get the power supply hooked up to the MXR. Now the power supply, the Godlike power supply, it comes with all those little adapters, and so we just need to find one that fits down here in this thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and take one of the parts of the daisy chain here. Just go ahead and put it in there to see if it fits. And indeed it does. Check that out. The light is on, folks. See that? Very cool. So I'm just going to feed that under the thing here. Okay, now we have that, and it should be in the effects loop. So everything is just set up now like I want it to be. We have my wah pedal, the Crybaby 535Q, Ibanez Tube Screamer, original TS9, now the Prime Distortion, and the RP355. Next up, my initial, not review, but initial impressions of the pedal. Alright guys, we're back for the initial impressions of this pedal. I'm going to have everything set to the, as you can see, to, you know, all the way down. I haven't even turned this pedal on to test it. This is the first time I will hear it as well as you guys. So hopefully this is going to be pretty cool. This is my guitar dry through the channel on the neck pickup starting out. And let's go ahead and see what we got here. Very nice sounding. try some neck pickup selections or the pickup selector switch here. Middle. Bridge and middle. And the bridge. Now let's turn the tone up. Let's go to the neck pickup. About middle here. Distortion about 9 o'clock. Let's go to bridge. Bridge and middle. Now the output should have an effect, just like you roll your volume knob on your guitar. It should have an effect on the amount of distortion as well. So let's crank the output and turn the volume down on the amp a little bit. So let's go back to the neck pickup. A little bit of noise, but I think that has to do with the wiring on my Strat too. I've been having problems with the wiring lately. Here's the tone. Let's put the tone up just a little bit. This side this side over here gives it a little more highs. This side gives it more lows when you crank the tone. So we can see we're at about 3 o'clock on the tone. Now we go to the Super Shred. The setting that it had on the manual was all the way here, and the distortion was cranked all the way up. Let's see what that sounds like. Like I said, a little bit of noise. We've got the neck pickup here. We'll turn down just a hair. I say it's very dynamic, so I'm turning my volume knob down. Okay. Okay, alright, so the distortion's all the way up. Let's back it off just a little bit. Put the tone a little further down. Let's see what we got here. It has a very fuzzy sound almost. The attack is very nice. Although I wouldn't really call it arena rock. I wouldn't really call it much of 80s sound to me anyway. It has a little bit more of a grunge tone to it, which I guess the dark brown orange kind of lends itself to the color. Now once again, this is without anything. You can tell it really pushes out the volume and everything. I really like a lot of distortion. So let's crank up the tone just a hair so that we can just get a little bit more harmonic balance there. Okay, so a lot of this has to do with the fact that the power supply is well down here. There's a little bit of a hiss, and that's because of the power supply, which you can't really do anything about without putting a 9-volt battery in there. And I don't play these things enough to put a 9-volt battery. I just rather use the power supply. And it also might have to do with the fact that there's a ton of things plugged up into the same strip over here. So that's the MXR Distortion. I would like to put just a little bit of some effects on using the amp itself. I'm not going to fool with the RP355 because it will mess up the tone because it has a lot of pre-sets that have amp cabinet models and things like that. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of reverb and chorus on here, and let's see what we come up with. Like I said, there's a lot of fuzz to this pedal, and not only can I roll the tone if I need to, like if I need those high harmonics, I can put that up just a little bit more and use the tone knob on my guitar to kind of roll the tone knob to roll the tone back. Probably can't hear that, but I rolled the tone all the way back. You can hear me rolling it there. You can definitely hear it on the bridge and middle combined together, the tone on that. Okay, there's some concert reverb. Okay, it does have more of an 80s sound whenever you do add like some effects and things like that. Let's go ahead and try to, you know what, let's go ahead and put it on a clean channel. This really messes with the signal when it's in the chain. So now I've got a nice little effect. Now, going into the Digitech RP 355, I may have to mess around putting it either may have to put it before the Ibanez just to see what happens, because it's making this weird sound. It's not supposed to sound like that, but anyway, let's go ahead and bypass that again. Let's test this against the Ibanez. Here's the Ibanez on. That's what I usually use the settings here for this one. And if I put the distortion, the drive up all the way, you can kind of hear what that sounds like. Tube Screamer is more of an overdrive pedal, not necessarily a distortion pedal. So let's put this back on. The cool thing is you can use this distortion, kick in the overdrive, see what happens. Once again, I will have to check to see how this is going to work in the effects chain. When I finally get a decent setting, I will do a review and I will play around with this pedal. And so thanks guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Please subscribe. As I get more equipment, I will definitely, do some teasers and things like this, and unboxings or whatever you want to call them. So I have a hopefully a very special surprise coming up very soon if the bottom doesn't fall through, and that will be a very, very awesome gear upgrade. But you'll have to wait and see until then. So until next time, the next video, I'll see you, and thanks so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe, click that like button, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless and have an awesome day. And check out one of these MXR Prime distortions. If nothing else, look elsewhere on YouTube and find some more reviews on it, because I think it might be a keeper. Like I said, I'll have to experiment a little bit more. If nothing else, I can sell it for what it's worth. It's $49. I could sell it for $49 and make a profit off of it and use it on some other gear or something. So it was worth trying out at least. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time.